Hi, welcome to Heather's presentation, How to Make a Margarita, especially for my colleagues and instructors in LIS 560, Instructional and Training Strategies for Information Professionals. Today we're going to discuss how to make a cold, delicious beverage with simple ingredients, talk about the rationale for some of our choices for tools and ingredients, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of fun. If you apply this advice, I can guarantee you'll have fun. If you're coming to my house and I'm making food and beverages for you, we're going to have a conversation about what you like. In order to simulate an asynchronous, very distanced conversation, we can go to menti.com and use the code 4833251. We'll talk about how sweet we like our margaritas, whether you like them frozen or on the rocks, how strong you like the orange flavor, and if you're not into margaritas today, I got you covered. I will share the results of our little poll in our discussion board after the presentation. Frozen or on the rocks, the eternal debate. It all comes down to personal preferences. Living in Tucson, and considering my personal learning and teaching context and the fact that the other day it was 88 degrees, there may be a little bit more emphasis on temperature than, say, if you're in Boise, Idaho. Frozen margaritas melt faster. And I like to avoid having a diluted margarita, so I like mine on the rocks with large ice cubes. In any case, you can use cold ingredients and a cold blender or shaker to keep it cold. If you're a value-conscious drinker, you can put your liquid on the rocks and there's a little bit more room for more fluid. And of course, beware the dreaded brain freeze. This is a great base recipe to which you can make all kinds of adjustments to accommodate personal preferences, just like you can for your learners. You'll use a 12-ounce can of limeade, dump it into your pitcher or blender. Fill half the can with tequila, about 6 ounces what it turns out to be when I measure it. And I like to put only 1 or 2 ounces of triple sec because I can't take it out once I put it in. And of course, big chunky ice cubes are a big plus for this. You'll combine the limeade, tequila, and triple sec, blend with or pour over ice cubes. I like to keep my margarita glasses in the freezer. Then you'll moisten the rim with lime juice, or you can just dip the glass into the pitcher if it's big enough, and that makes it moist. And then we'll talk about garnish in a minute. And the responsible and fun and effective way to serve these is with a delicious snack, like quesadillas, with 2 kinds of salsa and avocado and crema, and some Cholula on the side. And this will yield 2 or 3 sweet, tart, alcoholic beverages. I like to have a lot of options for the garnish. The lime juice or the margarita mix itself can moisten the rim. If you like a little picante, tahine is great. Chamoy sauce is its own delicious, drippy, aesthetic, sweet, salty, tangy taste, and you don't need anything else if you use that. Sea salt or kosher salt rather than kitchen salt is much preferable. And I found these colored sugar sprinkles, so I know what I'm doing for Christmas. I like to put vanilla beans in my sugar, my raw sugar, to infuse it with a really nice, authentic vanilla flavor. Sometimes if it's not sweet enough, I like to put about 2 or 3 drops of vanilla extract on top of my margarita just to kind of ease in a little bit of sweetness. And I like to use citrus rind twists, not slices of citrus, because if somebody squeezes extra lime juice into their margarita, it might mess up the balance. And I'm picky that way. Let's do some differentiated instruction for our designated drivers, or folks who just aren't into drinking right now. I found this recipe, or was introduced to it a couple summers ago, and it includes apple cider vinegar, maple syrup over ice and seltzer water or club soda. And I suppose you could freeze it too to make a nice, delicious frozen concoction if you wanted. And this yields 1 cold, sweet, tart, non-alcoholic beverage. And there are many, many different alternatives out there. I think it's also called a haymaker. For our formative and summative assessment, we want to refer to the criteria that we use to judge our favorite kind of margarita or other cold, refreshing beverage. And whether it has alcohol or not, we can judge it on balance, ingredients, presentation, rim and garnish, and all of this can be assessed with the ultimate goal of personal satisfaction. Enjoy!